What's up everybody, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Boundless, which is in Halo 2, beat the par score on Delta Halo. So to start off, you want to get that battle rifle from your ODST friend in front of you, and then immediately rocket those two turrets and hopefully get an overkill. And that will get you some more points, just for the multi-kill factor. And obviously it's a good amount of points anyway, just for the fact that there's turrets that you are blowing up, so that's nice. Killed those 3 grunts, and then I'm going to work on these 2 jackals up here. And then we're going to target the far turret first, and then we're going to target this turret right here. So they hit at about the same time, so you get a overkill, hopefully. So you can see we already have a good amount of points, almost 4,000 points. And I actually am switching out my rockets for plasma pistol, and then we're going to make our way up here, and we're going to get outside of the map. So it's easy to do. You want to be on the old graphics for this. You want to be about here. You don't want to go too far to the right because that incline is slightly different. Walk up and then jump up a little bit, and you'll just keep going up. You don't have to jump at this point. I'm just jumping for fun. You could easily just walk up this. You want to walk up all the way to the edge here, and then follow this edge or ridge, whatever it is, this line in the geometry. It's clearly where 2 planes collide and form this edge. So we're following the edge. We just need to hit a certain load zone so we could continue through the level. So keep following the edge. We're going to go through this brush here, through one set of leaves, and then down to the left a little bit, and go through this set of leaves, and then the geometry starts splitting away. So you can see a split right there and right here, and you want to go into this second one. And you can see you want to inch your way down to the left until you see a jackal spawn right there. That is the load zone that I just hit, so those 4 jackals spawn. And you saw one pop in there at least, and he has a beam rifle along with the 3 other ones. So just go straight back up to the top of the map like where we were, and at this point we want to head towards this point, this kind of mountaintop close to us here. It's not a mountaintop really, but it's the highest point that's close to us. You don't have to go this route exactly, but if you don't know where you are outside of this map, this is a good way to figure it out. You want to go along this edge once you reach that point, and then you're going to get to this area, and you want to go down this channel type thing and immediately start backing up. Turn to the left a little bit and back up so you slow your descent so you don't go flying off the edge. And now we are going to sneak up on these ghosts. Drop down. Don't jump down. If you jump, you might die from fall damage due to the fall timer. There's no fall damage, but there's a fall timer. If you're falling for too long, it will interpret that as a bottomless pit. So I tried to noob combo that elite but failed, but you want to try to do that so you don't have to deal with him. And then normally a second elite comes out and gets in the second ghost, but this time it was a grunt for some reason, so that's why I ended up noobing him, because I thought he was going to be a elite, but he was not. So now I just got to deal with this guy. Ideally, I would have killed him so I wouldn't have to mess with him like this if I noob comboed him properly, but you know, we don't like to do that around here. So the main idea here is to get 3,000 to 4,000 points, hopefully 4,000 points. The par score for this level is actually 10,000, but if we get around 4,000 and then just speed to the end within 15 minutes, we'll get the maximum time multiplier, which is 3. So what's 3 times 4,000? 12,000. And what is 12,000? More than 10,000. So that's how we're going to get the par score easily here. Sometimes there's a turret on top of this building. The turrets are kind of randomly placed throughout here, so there might be a shade nearby you. You don't have to shoot at those people. I was just getting a little bit more point value. You go down here in between. Oh my god, that is a nade from the heavens. Where did that come from? That was a good shot. But you want to jump on top of this doorway, and that's where the control panel is for this bridge. And you could actually just activate it from outside of the building if you jump up to it. So you don't actually have to go into that room to activate it, and that way you could avoid going in there and having to fight all those enemies first. You could if you want. You could get more points that way, obviously. But we're going for a combination of a bunch of points in the beginning from mostly those shade turrets that we took out, and then also speed to multiply that point value so we get the par score easily. But take one of your ghosts here that you took from those elites in the beginning and just speed across the bridge. If you go fast enough, none of the enemies spawn, or at least none of the wraiths and ghosts and banshees spawn. These ghosts do spawn, but not the initial wave. This I don't advise doing. Try not to flip, obviously. You want to just speed by all these enemies. It kind of worked out a little bit, I guess. But, you know, obviously a clean run-through would have been better. That fade in and out was me dying. You could die if you'd like to, obviously. Don't die too much or you'll lose a bunch of points. But we need to hit another load zone over here. So we've hit the load zone, but I like to go down here and follow this path because it's pretty reliable. You get a checkpoint here most of the time. I like to take this kind of longer route, way to wrap around back. We're going back the way we came, by the way. So just go over here. I like to do that instead of turning around immediately, because if you turn around immediately, the ghosts that are kind of right near you have a better chance of shooting and killing you. So I like to take that kind of roundabout path. But that route is pretty reliable once you get it down. So we're going to go over here and we're going to hit the jump button, or we're going to hold the button down actually. Hold down the jump button and it lifts your nose up, so it's easier to get up these inclines. And we're just going to go up here. You've probably noticed by now we're on the old graphics. It's just because it's way easier to see the actual geometry of the map, especially once we get outside of the map. But go over here, and don't speed over this at full speed, because you'll just flip end over end and fall down to the left. You want to stay up on this wall here. So take it slow at first if you're not comfortable. And you definitely want to be boosting here just to stay up on the wall. This is where you start sliding downwards. But just kind of nice and easily make your way over here. We want to get effectively over towards the left and just go over here. It might take a little bit of practice just so you know where you are. It's kind of confusing when you see it on screen and when you try to go do it yourself, but just jump over here. It's kind of risky landing right where I land since we're on a ridge and it's easy to flip, but you could land over where I just shot over there. You could land on that flat area and then make your way up and over here, which is easier and less risky. But then you just want to inch your way down here to hit another load zone, and you'll hit that when you see off the rock through the bush, nothing but jackal. So once you see that pop up, you want to speed out of here immediately. So you see right there, right in the bottom right, it says off the rock through the bush, nothing but jackal. You'll know it's about to do that once you start hearing the waterfall in that area. But you want to boost out of there immediately, because there's actually a jackal beam rifle guy who spawns right there. So if you stay there too long, he'll take a shot at you and kill you with one shot probably, because it's Halo 2 Legendary. So you want to stay to the left side of that circle I wrapped around as well for that reason, because he could still shoot you even though you're outside of the map. So I got out right there and grabbed a fresh plasma pistol. It has 100% ammo. I do have like 4 skulls on in this, by the way, to up my multiplier. I should have talked about that. But you're just going to noob combo these 4 elites. So I guess I'll talk about the skulls now. I have Famine on. It's an easy way to get your score up because we don't really use that much in the way of ammo and weapons this run through. And also I have on Thunderstorm and Mythic. Just upgrades the ranks of the enemies, which I don't care about because I don't really fight most of the enemies. And Mythic obviously doubles all the health of all the enemies, but I don't really care about that because I'm just headshotting everybody. And the elites have shields, but I just headshot them as well once I noob them. And also I have catch on, so enemies throw more grenades, but whatever. I'll just, not get stuck by them. You can see my score was multiplied by 3 due to finishing in under 15 minutes, so we got over 30,000, which is well over the 10,000 we need. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you later for more achievements.